to School is sponsored by Allen's Jewelry and Pawn.
All right, this one relates to anyone really who is driving on the roads. Yep. Some of us often forget that school is back in session, and that means you might need a little extra time for your drive.
That's certainly the case. News 13's Gracie Palmer spoke with Asheville police to tell us all the proper protocol, and she says some of it might actually shock us. All right, you got my attention, Gracie. What are we talking about?
Charles, well, many of us, when we see a school bus stopped with its flashing lights letting kids off, we think to pull over. But the Asheville Police Department tells me that you don't actually have to stop all of the time when you see a school bus. And stopping when you're not supposed to could actually cause more problems. In general, if you are behind a bus, you must stop. But if you're driving in the opposite direction and there's a median or a turn lane in between you and the bus, you actually do not have to stop. And it's not just around buses. You should also be more cautious driving through school zones. Asheville Police says they see a lot more people forgetting about the reduced speed.
There's just as many, if not more, members of our community that don't have kids in school, aren't students themselves, but they're still going to have to navigate the roadways during this time. And again, I'd just like to emphasize, traffic safety is all of our responsibility.
According to the DOT, almost 250 kids were killed in school transportation accidents from 2010 to 2019. 51% of those kids were between 5 and 10 years old. The most common times for accidents, well, around 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's when kids arrive and leave for school. Just a reminder, as Katie said earlier, if you're on your commute today, some schools are back in session. Those reduced speed times could be any time between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. So just be on the lookout and drive carefully. I'm going to hand it back to Megan for the weather.